Alright guys, this is what we're doing right here. Gonna pour this little driveway out with this right up to the edge of this shed. We're gonna have a little ramp going into the shed so he can pull his snow sleds in there, and then there's a 3-foot walkway going down to that man door. It's 8.5 yards today. We got wire mesh, we got fiber mesh in the concrete. It's 4,000 pound concrete, full air. It's like 3:30 in the afternoon, a little bit cloudy, and we're gonna pour this thing out. Stay with us. Here comes my buddy Dwight. Come on, Roy, the mud's here. Here comes the mud, guys. Here it comes. Dwight sent us a text that he was en route. He didn't even drive by. Circle T, baby. 315-963-2231. What's up, buddy? Smile for the camera. There he is. There it is, guys. Circle T. Serving Central New York. Oswego County, Onondaga County, parts of Jefferson County.
I'll run the wheel.
Roy, you gotta hold the wire up, bud.
Don't think you got a different job, boy. You got one job in the world, yeah. How'd that turn out, bud? He's wicked happy. I don't want you to kill yourself this way, buddy. Oh, jeez. A half a wheelbarrow. Can you do it? I'll throw it up. You're catching the edge. Oh, boy. As long as you don't catch one of the screws. That's what I thought you did.
That's how we're gonna do it right now. What? Oh no, no way. Yeah, yep. Hey guys, Bondo here. So this is a driveway with a little walkway with a brand new shed here that the customer put in that we're pouring out here. So we wheelbarrowed this whole thing. Big Biscuit pretty much wheelbarrowed the whole thing. And that's Roy, Chris, and myself working the concrete in. Roy's pretty much pulling up the wire. Me and Chris were screeding and floating everything off. So I'll tell you the story here, guys, throughout the video of how at first this customer was very upset with me because basically lack of communication between me and the customer. I didn't explain what we were going to do enough, and he didn't understand it. So stay with the video. So when I bid this job, guys, the job was to dig out the ground, and they were going to haul the dirt away with dump trailers. So I bring my mini excavator over there, and it was either going to be they were going to haul the dirt away, or we were going to put it across the street. So we didn't really know how we were going to get rid of the dirt, but there was just going to be a pad here. This whole area, even where the shed was going to be a 5.5 inch thick pad, like a driveway, but it was going to be deeper, and the shed was going to sit on top of the whole thing. So that's how I bid the job, and that's how it was going to be done at first. And there was a big stump right where this garage was, so I was kind of concerned about it, but it had been ground down, so we really weren't going to take that stump out of there because it was huge, and it kind of went underneath the neighbors. The roots and stuff went underneath the neighbor's garage there, so we were going to have to pour over that, and that was talked about with the customer. But it was just going to be a whole big slab, so I bid the job on digging the dirt out. They were going to haul it away, like I said, or we're going to dump it across the road, and we were going to put like a foot and a half of gravel down, and then we were going to pour concrete here, and then the shed company was going to set the shed on top of the concrete. So we didn't get right to the job. I bid the job, and then it was quite a while before I could get back over there. So the customer had called me at some point to see, when we were going to start and stuff, but he had some changes that he wanted. He said that the shed company did not want to put the shed on top of the concrete pad because of water issues. I guess it would, it could rot out the shed if it didn't have gravel underneath it, which I don't know, that didn't make a lot of sense to me, but I was like, okay, if the shed company doesn't want, to put that underneath there, then we won't do that. So that's how that played out, and then we ended up, talking about what the options were. So basically, he's wanted me to come and put the gravel down in one stage, and then wait a while, let the shed company set the shed, and then pour the slab. So I said, yeah, we'll do that. And then, we talked about a discount in price because it would take less concrete to do that. But honestly, the amount of concrete to do that it didn't save a lot of money, because now we had to come back there, and we had to wait for the shed company, and then we had to do more forming because now we had to form around the shed, and we had to kind of ramp up into the shed a little bit and create that sidewalk down the edge. So it was quite a bit more work to do it this way, but I agreed to do it. It was a change for the customer. It was a change, so no big deal. That's what he wanted. So I ended up going and doing the slab part for the gravel pad. I ended up doing that for him so he could get his shed set. And then he got the shed company to come. They set the shed, and then we were supposed to go back and do the concrete for him. And I don't know, it took a while to get back there, obviously, because we're so busy. So, he started calling me and, wondering when we were going to get back there to do it. And we finally got on the phone together. And actually, we were texting back and forth. So, word of wisdom here, texting customers is not always a good idea because you can't communicate well via text. So we did text back and forth, and I was getting the impression he was unhappy with the work we had done, which was putting the gravel pad in. He didn't like the way I put the gravel pad in. He said it was too high, and he didn't like the way the shed set. Once they set the shed, he was really unhappy with the height of the shed. He said it didn't look right in his yard, and the concrete was going to be too high now, and he was going to have a ramp into his shed. And he had wished that I set the shed kind of down in a hole, like created a hole, so the shed set down into a hole, which to me would have been more of a water issue than if it was sitting on top of the concrete. So But I think we may have talked about doing that, but when we got going on doing that, putting the gravel down, we had that stump underneath there, so we wouldn't have been able to dig the shed down any farther anyways, because we would have been right on top of that stump, and I wanted some gravel between the stump and the concrete.
Like a blister will show up when the work's done, right? Well, we just laid her down by hand, guys. It's getting dark out. It's September, so it's dark sooner. It's like 5:30, 5:45. Sun's going down, so we're gonna let this sit just a little bit and put some broom on it. And then edge it again, do a little picture framing. Chris just finished that up.
So I'll go ahead and finish up the story while the guys are brooming the slab here, guys. So we're on the phone together, and he's real upset with the whole situation here. And I'm starting to get nervous about pouring the concrete because I'm thinking he's not going to like it if I pour this concrete. And I'm trying to explain how we're going to do the little ramp up into the shed, but he didn't quite understand it, what we were talking about. And then I just kind of offered that I could just, back out of the job, just basically do the gravel work and take a little bit of money for doing that, which was, I gave him a real discount on it because I kind of felt bad. I said, give me a little bit for doing the gravel, and we'll call it good, and we won't do the concrete. Maybe think about it and see if you can think up a different option. But the more we talked, the more I think he was starting to understand there wasn't a lot we could do as far as lowering the shed or whatever. It's sitting on top of the stump. The shed was already there. I kind of explained to him how we could get the concrete to kind of ramp up into the door where he wouldn't need a ramp. And by the time we got done talking on the phone, instead of texting back and forth, I think we both had a lot better understanding about what things were going to look like. So he told me to go ahead and come over there and do the job and get it done, and we ended up doing it, and this is what it come out like, guys, and he was real happy with it. So the lesson of the story here, guys, is you got to have real good communication with your customers, and you'll have a better time doing this kind of work.
Okay, guys, we're just about to leave, and it starts dripping off the damn roof from the little bit of mist we're getting. It's right into the concrete. So we built a little tank, taped it onto his side of his shed here, so it's pretty much stopped raining, but we're hoping that that'll catch those little drippers off the roof and not mess up this green concrete, which is really soft right now. So now we are going to leave, and hopefully that holds up for us. We'll check it out in the morning. Thanks for watching. Hey guys, we just came and cut this driveway. Come out real nice. This ramp system up into his shed turned out really nice right there. You can see where the plastic, we had some plastic over here, kind of touched the concrete, but that'll widen up. Everything looks really good. He put some limestone along here because he didn't want the plow to hit it, so the plow comes down through here. He kept it back, kind of not quite as far as the neighbor, but that's what she looks like. Thanks for watching.